Hey everybody, this is Dark Side Elite here, and I heard in the grapevine there are some rustlings, and I'm thinking that I should share my thoughts about it. And my thoughts are, I got to see what the heck they're gonna do. I'm hearing that JJ Abrams is gonna be the guy that's going to be their head director for a lot of their DCEU films. That they want JJ Abrams for the a rebooted Justice League movie. um, in my personal opinion, I think that this this is gonna be a very dark day for a lot of people. I think that Henry Cavill is gonna be gone. I think that they want to do a brand new Superman. I think that we're gonna see J.J. Abrams just rehash Christopher Reeve Superman, and it's gonna be terrible. Um, and you guys can say, hey, you know what? I got to see the final product all I want. But let's go to J.J. Abrams' history. If you saw The Force Awakens, you know that that was a rehash of A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. If you've watched the first Star Trek, his remake of Star Trek, it was great, but it felt like a rehash of not the first Star Trek, but it felt like a rehash of something else. Um, Star Trek Two, Star Trek Two, his sequel, that was basically a rehash of Wrath of Khan. So, do you truly honestly believe that this guy, this director, is going to bring us something completely different? I really doubt it. His Star Trek movie was actually something. His first Star Trek movie was actually felt like something different, but it felt like a rehash of something else. J.J. Abrams is a great director, but he has a massive problem when it comes to imagination, and he wants to hit that nostalgia so bad. I think that WB, they're on a huge nostalgia trip right now. They don't want to sour they don't want to sour the fans any further. They want to give themselves a really good Superman, and they want something that's familiar. And in my personal opinion, they need a spine. They need a spine. They need to just say, hey, you know what? We're going to invest in Henry Cavill. Let's put our monies back in Henry Cavill. Let's get him behind the camera again, and let's get us a Superman. Give Henry what he wants. Let him work with JJ. Let them figure it out, and and just give us a kick-ass Superman movie. I don't want a rehash of Christopher Reeve's Superman. If that's what people want, watch what happens to those box office numbers. They're gonna hit big, but the next movie it's gonna get lower, and it's gonna get lower, and people are gonna be like, and they're gonna realize that people don't want the same Superman anymore. They want something a little bit different. They don't want that that slight wink and that familiarity with Superman. They just want the a similar Superman that has the same ideals that they all know and love, but they want to have a different type of story. All J.J. Abrams is going to do is he's going to give us a more modern version of 1978 Superman. I guarantee it. He's going to do it. He's going to put Superman 1, Superman 2, and a little bit of Superman 3 into that movie. That's what he's going to do. And I'm sorry if it upsets people. I'm sorry, but looking at J.J. Abrams' track record, that's what he's going to do, and it's going to upset a huge amount of Snyder fans and people who love Henry Cavill, because that's not the Superman that we want to see. There, Henry Cavill had already built himself to be a great Superman. He just needed a good director that's going to keep a vision for Superman. Now, he's talked about that he wanted Superman to be a little bit more familiarity for people and not too niche. No, he's toting the line. Okay, he doesn't want to. He's doing what The Rock does, and The Rock doesn't tote lines. He doesn't tote lines. I'm sorry, he totes lines. He doesn't want to upset his fans. He doesn't want to upset a lot of people. So that's what he's always done. He's done that for years. Even in the WWE, he never really sat with a line. He always toted the line. And that's fine for Henry Cavill, but I'm sorry, that's fine for The Rock, but for Henry Cavill, that's completely different. Henry Cavill is he played the most iconic superhero of all time. I understand that the movies shouldn't be niche, but it should be niche. It should be for certain people, because you're not going to appease everybody. You're not going to appease everybody. And if you try to make something so nostalgia trippy, you're gonna start losing more and more fans because that was the problem with Superman Returns. It was so nostalgia tripped, it was so boring that people were like, "What the heck is going on here?" Now, JJ Abrams could spice it up. He could make it feel like it's exciting. It could be this, it could be that. But at the end of the day, so was The Force Awakens. But it was another rehash of Return of the Jedi and A New Hope, and people saw it. And that's what people are going to see when they see this new Superman. They're going to see him doing the same thing that Richard Donner did. And Richard Donner applauded Zack Snyder for giving us Man of Steel. He applauded. He says, "This is a phenomenal movie." So if you're getting this from Richard Donner that everybody wants to emanate for Superman, then why is it hard for the audience to say, "Hey, you know what? Let's give it a chance"? So that's that. This is my view. I know this is gonna probably get some this is not get demonetized, but I know it's gonna get some negatives or people not gonna care. They're gonna move on. It's perfectly fine. But this is my opinion. I think that JJ Abrams is a great director, but he's gonna rehash 1978 Superman. And a lot of the YouTubers out here like Chris Wong and maybe just Chris Wong. I know that maybe even the guys from DC Film Hub. John Aaron and even Ben Everett, they might even hold back their tongue a little bit because they want to see the final product. But I've already seen his final products. We've seen The Force Awakens. We've seen his Star Trek. We've seen Star Trek 2 Beyond. And those were rehashes. They were all rehash of things we've already seen. He didn't do the only one he did that was completely original. A movie he did was completely original was I think Super 8 and the first Star Trek movie because it felt different. It felt so different. It blew everyone's expectations out the water. The first Star Trek was mind blowing because it was so different than anybody ever thought. But people were upset because Spock was this way and Kirk was this way. So what? It's fine. But they explain it. This is an alternate reality. It's not the same reality. It's different. And we got Leonard Nimoy in his final role before he passed away. So I don't to me I don't understand why no, I can understand why people are happy about JJ Abrams joining the DCEU because he is a great director. The only problem I have with him is he is a rehash storyteller. He will rehash 1978 Superman. He will do it. He will do it. We're gonna get an older Lex Luthor. He's gonna be all about most likely land. We're gonna get a Lois Lane that's pretty much gonna be ignoring Clark Kent throughout on the movie, but you can be Google eyes over Superman. We're gonna have it's gonna be the same rehash. It is. It's gonna be the same rehash. You guys can say whatever you want about it, but that's exactly what it's gonna be, and it's bad. It's very very bad. So that's what I believe. I hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, share, subscribe down below. Hit that bell. I'll try to get more videos out. You guys have a great one. Jeez. Bye.